video on my computer for people that cannot join it now, so you can watch it later. So first of all, hello, it's Claudia here, and it's such a nice rainy and humid day here in Sydney. And I love just sitting here in front of my laptop in my new clinic with a cup of coffee and talking to you ladies, which you are part of my favorite group of people. Women that are really committed to get the period back and to reach the goals and the better version of themselves. So for all the new women that they don't know me, they just joined the group, or we have never had the chance to talk. My name is Claudia Vidal. I'm accredited and qualified nutrition and dietetic consultant by trade. I am the founder of this group, and I'm so stoked that all of you, 671 women, have been following me over the past couple of years. I'm also the founder of the 12 weeks online HA recovery protocol, which is a very successful and much loved protocol. And at the moment, there are 33 women that are part of it that I cannot be more proud of. And I'm also the writer and publisher of a small ebook, I Want My Period Back. And guess what I talk about in my protocol, in this group, and in my ebook? About getting your period back and recover from hypothalamic amenorrhea, and also heal your relationship with food and exercising. So today, I would like to talk about a topic that is very dear and near to my heart, which is the sabotaging behaviors that are preventing you from getting your period back. And possibly you're not even aware of these behaviors. And today, I would like to actually listen to this video and encourage you to write in the comment section if you resonate with one of the behaviors and if you had a light bulb moment while watching this video. So without further ado, I would like to start with the sabotaging behavior number one, which is boredom. Boredom meaning that you decide to recover your period and you tend to rely solely on motivation. And after a while, what's going to happen? You're going to get bored, because that's how humans are. Like, think about when you start a new relationship, everything is honky-dory. And then after a while, it's not that you get bored and you want to get out of the relationship, even though that may happen as well. But most of the time, the love is not as much as it was before. And what do? You have two choices. You can stick to it and just reinvent your relationship, or get out of the relationship. And the same goes for your career, your job, your friendships, your hobbies. So in the beginning, everything seems very sexy. Like, you know, the feeling when you start a new diet or a cleanse or a detox, like, it's so sexy. I have a plan. Everything is very structured. I know my goals and I'm going to do whatever I can to achieve my goals. And the HA recovery process is very similar. In the beginning, you're going to be told to eat more and train less and to start taking care of yourself. And possibly that's something that you haven't done for such a long period of time. So, wow, what a eye opener, right? It's an awakening moment. I can take care of myself for the first time. And then you start to experience some anxiety, some stress. You start to see your body changing. Maybe someone make a comment, and then you take a step back. Because if you rely on your motivation, if you rely only on the spirit of the moment, you're not gonna go that far. Which is why lots of people decide to join the recovery program, because, and I actually had a chat with two of them only in the last month, they joined it simply because, not because they didn't know how to get the period back, but because they needed someone to answer their question and motivate them when they knew that the plateau will hit, right? And let me tell you, boredom in recovery, boredom in taking care of ourselves happens in many different stages of our life. And even now that I've been having so many recovery periods, and even now that I'm a mom of two, and I still have 28 days cycles, and I'm very blessed about that, I still have to work on prioritizing my health every single day. And sometimes it doesn't sound sexy at all. Sometimes it's to book it in my diary that I need a massage and I need to find the time to get a massage because I suffer from chronic pain. So it's something that I have to deal with. So every single day, it's all about taking the supplements as well to protect my bone health after all the damage that I've done in the past few years. And sometimes it's also meal prepping if I know that I have a very busy day, or forcing myself to have breakfast when I really don't feel like having one. And it's also drinking decaf coffee in the afternoon because I prioritize my sleep as much as I can, or actually, I should say, as much as my little kids allow me to have the sleep that they allow me to have. And so self-care is very different for each one of us, depending on where you are at the moment in your recovery journey. But going back to the sabotaging behaviors, if you think that it's, if you just rely on the motivation of the spurt of the moment, you're gonna get bored. And then the share recovery process is gonna get tedious and it's gonna be extremely difficult and you're more likely to give up. So joining a community, finding an accountability buddy, have a dietitian like I am on board that you meet every week, every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, once a month. Joining the programs of like 3 months, you're going to be completely covered and supported and guided. It's possibly the best decision that you can make for your health and for your future. And I have some women that have actually made a comment in the past few months that my program is too long, and sometimes 3 or 4 months is too much, and they just want to get the period back and be done with it. But the reality is that it has been shown by many different researchers that it takes at least 3 months for your hormones to change and start the healing process, which is why I've created this 3 months process and also program. And also because, let's face it, if you have disordered behaviors around eating and around exercising, you cannot take a shortcut. It's not going to take you less than 3 months to recover and challenge your limiting beliefs and become the best version of yourself, right? Possibly it's going to take much longer than that, which is why some women, they finish the protocol and they decide to stay in the community for a much longer time, which is absolutely fine. All I'm saying is find a place where you can get the most support, the most guidance, and stick to it and reach out today. Man, doing it by yourself, it's very hard, which is actually the second sabotaging behaviors that I would like to talk about, that it's very intertwined with the first one, doing it alone. There is a bunch of you here listening today thinking that I can do it on my own. I can do it by myself. Of course, you can recover your period on your own. You are not broken. You can fix yourself. But man, all those questions, all the ups and downs, all the moments where you feel like giving up, and then you actually give up, and then you come back, and then you restart again. So something that it could be a 4-month long process becomes a 10 years long process, with all the suffering in between, with all the self-doubts, the low self-esteem, and all the questions. Doing it on your own, it's doable, but it's so freaking hard. I had this lovely, wonderful woman that she was part of this Recover from HA support group for 14 months. 14 months before she decided to reach out to me and finally take things more seriously. Because after the 14 months, she hadn't got her period back and she was seriously doubting herself and all the choices that she made. And something that she told me in our last session together was, I wish that I had started with you sooner because I would have saved myself so many months of suffering. And I get it, because I was in the same position. I'm very stubborn, I'm strong-willed, I'm very self-motivated kind of person, and I've done everything on my own in my life. I moved to different countries, I created my family, I needed someone else to create my family, obviously, but I found the place where to live. I started my first career, I went back to uni, started my second career, started my business, everything on my own. Recovery, something that I tried to do it on my own until I decided to seek help. And when I seek help, that's when I recovered. That's when I recovered fully, meaning not only that I got my period back, but I also recovered from all my disorder thoughts and feelings around food. Let's move to the third, sabotaging behaviors. And let me check my cup of coffee and see if there is anything left in it. Swell a lot when there is still a little bit left. Okay. Another one is postponing recovery. And it may sound very true for so many of you, especially now. It's like the beginning of January, we are bombarded with the diet industry talking about, okay, start the new diet, start the new training routine. And then last month, it was Christmas time, end of the year. So end of the year, it's very easy to say, I'm going to start something new in the new year. I'm going to start after the holiday. I'm going to start after my birthday, after someone else's birthday. And then it's the new year. And then we are bombarded with so many mixed messages of what it really means to take care of your health. And you keep postponing, procrastinating, postponing, because it's scary, because you don't know what's the best first step to take. Is it eating more? But how much more? How shall I really change my diet? How can I stick to it? What if I do it today and I don't want to do it tomorrow? And what about my training? Does it mean that I have to sit? And what about my job? It's so very stressful. These are all the kind of conversations that you may have in your head at the moment. And I know a few of them because you share them with me. Because I talk to women like you every single day. Only last week, I spoke with 65 of you, okay? Directly, face-to-face, in group calls, because they're part of the share community, or on DMs, or via email. 65 of you. So when I say that I get you, and I get what you're going through, I really do. I'm not lying. I know the kind of stream of consciousness that you may have in your head. Because first of all, I lived it. And secondly, I've been working as a nutrition and dietetic consultant specialized in eating disorder recovery, disorder eating habits, and hypothalamic amenorrhea for a very long time. And I help many, many women to get their period back or to rekindle the relationship with themselves. Some of you that are working with me may still be part of the process. Some of you that are watching now may already be past this process. And some of you that are watching now have no even idea where to start. And that's absolutely fine. That's absolutely fine. But postponing, procrastinating is not the right answer. If you have that feeling that life should be better, if you want to stop the chit-chatter that it's constantly there in your brain consuming all your thoughts, if you have a hunch that there is so much more, that there is a better version of you, someone that is more flexible, spontaneous, joyful, generous, empathic, then, maybe it's time for you to send me a DM and say, I'm ready. That's all you have to say. After that, I'm going to take charge. And you're going to be guided, supported, understood. Because maybe you have a great net of support. You have your best friends, you have your mom, you have your husband, they're all on your side. But what do they know about hypothalamic amenorrhea? What do they know about calorie counting and having thoughts about bad food versus good? What do they know about that? Loving you sometimes is not enough. So give yourself the gift of recovery in 2022 and start from today. There is nothing wrong in starting from today. Actually, everything is right for you if you decide to start today. All righty? Okay. Another sabotaging behavior is very similar to the third one, but there is kind of a difference, is to wait it out, which is very different from procrastinating, actually. Because procrastinating is something that you want to do, but you keep postponing it because there is fear. Because there is you really don't know where to start. You don't know who to trust. You don't know what's the best decision for you in the long term. Waiting it out is more like, I haven't had my period back for a while, but that's okay, it will come. I just have to eat a little bit. It will come. And you're kind of very naive about it. And maybe you go to your doctor and they tell you, oh, you can take the pill if you want to get your period back. or you can take the Prover challenge to kickstart your menstrual cycle. Or if you want to have kids, you can do IVF. So don't worry about it now. Wait it out, right? In the meantime, you wait it out. You don't change anything about your lifestyle and your way of living, thinking, eating. So you go on exercising every day, thinking about food every day, counting calories every day, stepping on the scale every week, and all those type of behaviors. And then one day you think about how many months ago you started recovering, and 2 years have gone by, or 6 months have gone by, and all of a sudden you just want to get over and done with it. All of a sudden you want your period back yesterday, or you want to have a child a month ago, and here you are having to start the process from scratch. So I invite you to take your health seriously and to start recovering today. I had Carla, she joined the program in September, I think it was. She got a period back and she got pregnant within 3 months. Okay. The things that she has been telling me from the very beginning is, I wish I had started sooner. I wish I had started sooner. I wish I had started sooner. I think that every single time that we have a conversation nowadays, that's what she said. Okay. So, food for thoughts. And now I have the last sabotaging behavior. I still have two actually sabotaging behavior. So the last one is thinking of the last one. Another one is that thinking that all in is the only way. I'm not ready to go all in, so I'm not going to start recovering. I can do all in on my own. I know how to go all in, so I don't need your program. I don't need the community. I don't need your ebook. Okay, so first of all, go all in requires lots of mental strength and lots of support. Secondly, going all in is not the only option, and it's not the option that I normally use. First of all, because it has not been working for all my clients, and it definitely didn't work. And also because I don't think that for some women is the healthiest option. So all I'm saying is that if you're on the fence about recovery because you don't want to go all in, think again. There may be other options that are right for you, but you don't know what those options are if you don't reach out, if you don't speak to a professional like I am, that is specialized in hypothalamic amenorrhea and hormonal imbalances. Okay. And also, I love that you guys engage in this group. I love it so extremely much. But sometimes the answer that you give to each other, they're not always correct. And the questions that you ask to the group, they will be easily answered by me and by my team. Okay? So if you think that, if you're committed to get your period back, if that's something that you prioritize at the moment, send me that DM. I'm ready. I'm ready now. Okay, and the last one that actually just came to my mind is the thought of not being sick enough. I've heard it so many times lately, my BMI is almost okay. I don't exercise every day, and you fill in the blank. But the bottom line is that I'm not sick enough, which is the reason because I don't know why I'm not getting my period back, which is why I don't deserve to recover, because I'm not sick enough. I'm a big fan of Dr. Jennifer Gaudiani. She actually wrote a book about not sick enough. And it basically goes to show that if your reproductive system has been shut down because of your past choices regarding food, training, and lifestyle in general, then you have all the rights and you deserve to recover right now. not tomorrow, not in 1 year, right now. But I actually think that I'm gonna record a completely and separate, different and separate, again, a separate video about this topic, because it has been coming up quite a lot, and it's kind of worrying that there are women out there that are struggling and they find themselves not sick enough, and also that are losing hope that they will ever recover because of their age or because of the amount of time that they suffer from an eating disorder. Alrighty, so as I said in the very beginning, you know that you can join the 12 weeks online HA recovery protocol. I normally take only 3 women per month, and I just have, it's today, May-Jan, and I just have space for 1 more woman, simply because I dedicate Jade and I, Jade, she's the mindset coach and the It's a Mind Game podcast founder. We give our 100%. So whenever you decide to join, we are just there for you 100% of the time. So if you're interested in joining the program, just reach out today before it's too late. Otherwise, you have to wait until the end of Feb. If you want to join the HA community, just send me a message once again, or post like comment in the comment section below. If you're interested in my ebook, just put your hands up and say ebook, and I'm going to send you the link so you can get access to it straight away. And if you have any other questions, please post them in the Facebook group or send them to me. But before you go, I seriously invite you to let me know which one is your sabotaging behavior. Thinking that you're not sick enough, thinking that you don't deserve to recover, waiting it out, procrastinating, being afraid of going all in and thinking that all in is the only option. Or what was the other one? I was trying to do it alone. And the first one was, I rely only on motivation instead of being surrounded by a group of professionals and like-minded women that can actually get you to the finish line faster. So if 2022 is the year where you want to recover, if you want to take your health seriously, if it's the year where you want to grow your family, or you want to recover your body from osteoporosis, if you want to get your sex right back, if you are tired of feeling tired and losing hair and having night sweats and waking up in the middle of the night because you're hungry, please send that DM. Send that DM, reach out to me. I've been there. I've helped hundreds of women by now, and I know what I'm talking about. All righty. Thank you for listening. Bye for now.